All right, go ahead, Victoria.
My project is on connecting the dots. Without your brain, your body would not be able to function. This seems like something everyone has heard in their science class or some other way. Even though it seems pretty easy to wrap our minds around, this turns out to be quite complicated. The brain is controlling more than 100 billion nerves and trillions of connections. It is made up of many different parts that help control each thing your body does. Not only does it completely control your body, but it is the main reason that everyone is different. Whether you prefer jazz or classical music to whether you are a creative thinker or not, the brain does incredible things. The brain is very complex and is made up of many different parts and with many different functions. The outermost part of the brain is the cortex. It's right there. This is where thinking and voluntary movements begin. Breathing and sleeping are controlled in the brain stem, which connects the spinal cord to the rest of the brain. In the middle of the brain, we find the basal ganglia. This is center control for the brain, as this coordinates messages between brain areas. The cerebellum in the back bottom of the brain is in charge of coordination and balance. In addition to this, the brain also has different lobes. Problem-solving, judgment, and motor functions are controlled in the frontal lobe. Sensation, handwriting, and body positions are managed in the parietal lobe. Memory and hearing happen in the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe is where the brain's visual processing occurs. To protect the brain from injury, we have meninges in the cranium or the skull. Everyone is different. Although everyone's brain physically works the same, we are all wired differently. The reason for this could be genetics, environmental, or anything that may have occurred while the nervous system was developing. Your brain could also differ from someone else's depending on its size and shape. It is a common misconception that people tend to be left or right brain thinkers. The left brain is said to be more logical and responsible for reason, facts, and analysis. The right brain is said to be the creative side and is responsible for passion, feelings, and imagination. New research shows that we all use both sides of the brain. Personality is determined by the size of the brain, of different regions of the brain. Someone artistic, like us, would have a larger artistic region on the right side of the brain. However, we still use the left part of the brain consistently. In conclusion, every function of our body is controlled by the brain. The brain is a complex organ with many parts. It communicates with over 100 billion nerves throughout the body. Our personality, strengths, and weaknesses are all determined by the shape and size of our brain. The brain truly does amazing things.
Great job. Thank